So hi.
Hello.
Welcome to our camera. Introduce yourself.
I'm Courtney, or Yungpepee.
Yay.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I make clothes, and I make music, and I make art. And
Can you tell us about it?
some of it. I have a clothing brand called Manga Tsunami. I sell it on either Depop or my Instagram is just Manga Tsunami. And I could do customs of whatever you want. These are some things that I have, just to show. I can do whatever. I bedazzle things too. I'm gonna bedazzle the angel wings, but
Oh, that's cool. That one.
and I don't try to sell my clothes for like OD because I understand we're going through a pandemic, you know what I'm saying? And I understand people can't like afford it like that. So most of the clothes that I get are just thrifted, and then I customize them and I try to sell them for like the cheapest I can, but also take into account like I spend time on them. But
Oh, that's dope. You did this?
Yeah.
That's dope.
This is from Fire Force, but yeah, and then I could really just it's just a few bunch of stuff I have. And then I also make music, and my SoundCloud is Yungpepee, and it's like Yungpepee. I know, I made it in 2015, but I started making music for like about a year ago, to be honest, but I've always just kind of been freestyling with my friends for fun, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just in the car, whatever, bumping. But then like I finally got a MacBook, and I was like, yo, GarageBand, like bet, like I'm about to, so then, you know, YouTube MP3 some beats, my fault, I know, but, and then I just freestyle and had fun, and then I was like, yo, some of this could be catchy, and we could just make stupid little songs and put them on SoundCloud, and you know, I just do that for fun, so it's really just for fun, and I recommend everyone gives it a try. Just put on a beat and freestyle. It is the funnest with your friends. It is. So yeah, I make music, clothes, and then I also make some art. There's some things, you know, Coraline's dad, and I'm actually gonna put that on a t-shirt. I'm gonna put kind of my art on a t-shirt, I think. And then this is just like a big painting I've done. I like to do a lot of abstract nude mostly when I paint. And then when I draw, I could get very like detailed or whatever anyone wants. Any anime, any cartoon, any realistic, whatever. Yeah. So that's just kind of what I do.
So what inspires you like to start designing your like on thrift and just designing overall?
Yeah, honestly, I'm gonna say kind of like just kind of how social media just kind of gives you ideas, and you see all this cool stuff and you're like, yo, I want that, but it's always like designer and mad money. And I've always grown up like drawing, painting, whatever, so I knew it wouldn't be hard for me to just do that on some clothes, you know what I'm saying? So it just kind of inspired me, like social media just like giving me that, and I was like, yo, I could recreate this, whatever. And then I just turned it into my own thing, and also the people around me for sure. You know, if I'm around good people, then it's good vibes, and I'll feel inspired, and I want to do stuff creatively, and you just got to get around that environment, and then, yeah, you'll be able to pursue whatever. If you just have people motivating you and giving you support, you'll build up a lot of confidence, and you could be creative about it, so yeah.
Sure. So what would you say to the people who are kind of scared to even venture into that? Or venture into anything?
Yeah, I would say don't take it too seriously. Like, don't over-pressurize yourself. I'm going through that right now. Don't try to over-pressurize yourself. Just have fun doing it. Anything is creative. Anything is art. If you have a certain flow that most people don't have, use it and use that to your advantage. You know what I'm saying? Even with drawing, if you have if most of your stuff looks more abstract, work with that. That's beautiful. Anything is good. And if you just keep on putting time into one certain thing, and you just get better and better at it. So, especially if you don't take it too serious at first.
And there's no rule to art, too.
Right. There's none. Anything is beautiful.
Yeah.
You could see anything totally different ways than everyone else. It's crazy.
Because everyone sees the world differently, too. So you making that could mean so much to somebody else. And you don't know, like, there's no rule to it. Like, what do you think about people, like, you know, you get inspiration from, like, day-to-day things. Like, you can go outside right now and see something so inspiring. What do you think about, like, copy art? Like, when like for example, they say the greatest. Like people look to the greatest, and they'll say, all right, let me just get that. Do you agree on that? Like with you?
I think like with certain things, like if you give it obviously credit to the person that it's due, and then if you just kind of don't blatantly copy it always, if you take something and then add to it, or like not add to something, and you just kind of use their art like as an appreciation, you know what I'm saying, and give it credit where credit's due. Obviously, some of my customs, I just pull up very like cartoon characters and paint them. You know, obviously I didn't come up with the idea. You know. But I just embrace it because I think it's fire. And, you know, obviously I didn't come up with Care Bears, but I did come up with, you know, the design behind it. And I try to do something that just makes it different from the main original. Because I do think copying is wrong, especially if you're not giving credit when it's due.
Especially as an artist.
Yes, exactly. It's just kind of like, can I have some credit? And everyone deserves that. But if someone, like, takes your idea, and if like someone took one of my ideas and used it and like made it their own and like gave me credit and appreciated it, I would love that. And that would make my day if especially I inspired them.
Yeah,
exactly.
Cool. So like the industry is kind of like, and it comes to like any creative process at all, what do you think about the people who don't respect creatives? You know, they say it's not a job. They say it's just something that's a hobby. Right. Yeah.
Okay. Can I promote something else to this too?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I have an OnlyFans, so I know very well about this topic, and I've lost a lot of close friends to me who do not respect me now because of my job. And I get it, everyone has different beliefs, but I'm very well known for that topic. And it is, like, controversial, but at the end of the day, like, I still deserve respect. And if you don't respect sex workers today, don't watch porn.
I didn't know that you did that. Yeah. But at the same time, I was watching a video that said a woman, she was speaking so in depth about sex workers and how people don't appreciate them, but people have this mindset of one type of sex. You have all kinds of sex workers.
It could be anything. Yes.
You're just selling sex. You don't have to be selling like the actual action.
Yeah, your OnlyFans doesn't even have
thought.
To be. Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah, and mostly, to be honest, like it's art because it's photography. When you do OnlyFans, you have to buy all this lingerie all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's effort. It's a job. I get taxes taken out. It's a real job. You put time and money into it. You get it back. Some people see it as me coping out or whatever, like not just getting a real job. I don't think society is like needs to make me have a 9-to-5, you know? Not everyone wants to go by that. And other people ask me, why do I have hand tats? You know, you can't get a real job. Well, I'm going to be my own manager, so I could express myself the way I want to. And back onto the OnlyFans thing, yeah, so a lot of people just whatever, but I deserve respect. And it is true how in the industry, some people think they kind of own you.
I think it's hypocritical.
Yeah,
I think it's very hypocritical.
It's very controversial, but coming from, like, what I do and the way that I see it and people come and approach me, now that I have an OnlyFans, a whole bunch of people are trying to hit me up now. You know what I'm saying? Trying to say that I'm easy, whatever. It's photography. Me and my friends set up photo shoots. The lights, angles, everything. It takes hours. And then we edit the photos, you know?
Trust me, I know.
Right, exactly. And that's time, and that's me working, you know? And if you're jealous about it and mad, you should make one.
Yeah. I low-key feel why people hate is because they don't have the balls to do it themselves. Not and even
everyone's attracted to a different body. It doesn't matter. You shouldn't be insecure. And
oh my God, this is such a topic because I honestly know, like, they're very insecure. This is why they hate. Whether it's this, music, or just being something out of, like, the norm of society. Yeah. People just hate for no apparent reason. Like, me doing music, for example, like, people talk shit for no apparent reason. They'll be like, oh, that don't sound good. Like, okay, it doesn't sound good to you. It doesn't look good to you.
That's from me.
But on the other side, I'm getting love too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why do people feel like the only thing they can do when they don't understand something is to spread hate? Like, I do not get that. Exactly. I don't get that.
I recently lost, like, one of my best friends because of the OnlyFans topic. Said to my face she supported me 100%. Then when we're not friends, I'm selling myself, and I failed at life.
Wow.
And even though I'm in my own apartment, just
yeah,
to flex.
Yeah.
Moved in here when I was 18, you know.
Yeah.
But so it's just crazy, and we deserve some love. We're not like selling ourselves. It's a job. Why not use our bodies expressively, make some art, get some money for it? I get paid for feet pics. Like, come on. Like, don't judge me. Like, come on. Like, let's talk about
how OnlyFans came about first of all, and let's talk about, because you know what's crazy, right? Let's see. OnlyFans started because, because you know it was like strippers and stuff and whatever. But then they reinvented the website just for artists.
Right. Yeah. You could
anything on social media. And we're not going to play stupid because we know things get banned on IG and Twitter and stuff. That's why it was made. So things that are getting banned and pulled down from the algorithm on IG can be put on OnlyFans. Only for your fans.
Right.
No one's telling you to go view it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
to be honest, it's actually a safer way. Because on the website, you can sue them legally if they do anything with your photos. And they have to pay before they can even view the photo. So if anything, you know, you're judging me, but you're like... You hate it for free, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to, but like, come on. I'm not trying to be like, but you can make a lot of money on OnlyFans, you guys. I'm in my apartment. I just have OnlyFans, clothing, and music. Yeah. That's what I do.
And there's no one way to do it either.
Right.
There's no one way, because I've seen OnlyFans that are just legit behind the scenes for big artists, small artists. It doesn't matter. I've seen people put artwork that are like nude paintings that they can't put on. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's all how you want to use it. Yes, it's dominantly used for sex, but that's what y'all our attentions are pulling.
Exactly.
Y'all are the ones who made this thing famous.
Right.
That's what I don't understand with the majority outside. Right. You gave this attention.
Right. And you guys are the same one buying
Yeah. And I know y'all are in your rooms jerking off to porn or something.
A few of them I know in real life. Like, they don't go anonymous and they show profile pic and their full name.
Exactly.
When I see them, the one guy at Quick Check, I'm like, thank you for the support, local business, you know.
Yeah.
But
so we know all about that. So how do you feel? Like, are you spiritual? Are you religious? Like,
I'm not really religious. I just don't know. I believe 100% that we're in a simulation. And I'm very woke about how we have different energies throughout our body, and our energy is way powerful than our body. So honestly, I believe like after death, our energy could either go somewhere else, because this is kind of just like a shell of our energies. You know what I'm saying? Energy is the one thing that cannot be defined. Literally, you cannot hold energy.
It's big.
Yeah, it's crazy. So I don't really know the specifics of it, and I don't really know like religion that much. I was never really brought up that way.
What about your... Sorry, I don't want to cut you.
You're good.
Okay, so what about self-healing? Like, do you think that's a very important, especially as a woman?
Yes.
Women, I definitely feel needs healing because, one, the earth is a woman.
Yep.
And look how they're treating the earth.
Right.
And I feel it's playing a big part in how this world is going now.
Right.
That our women aren't being healed. So what do you think about that?
I agree, because I think we should I always try to just like calm myself down, you know. I'm not saying whatever, but you know how you could calm yourself down and, you know, just kind of control your energies. And really, I do believe in manifesting. I believe if you put an idea into existence, we're only going to get it back. And if you put off good energy, treat people around you with love, support, you're going to do fine in the world. If you just believe in yourself and you do the steps to get you there, you're going to be valid. If you shouldn't really just care about like a certain standard, like a 9 to 5. Like, don't pressurize your life around that. If you think you could strive for more, do it. Try to do it. What's the worst that could happen? You only live once, or this is the only life you could really remember. You may have other past lives, but this is the only one you could live currently, so you may as well make the most out of it. And definitely for women, what we go through just being a woman, and African American women too, African Americans, Black Lives Matter, like all this shit. And I am a white woman. I am privileged, so I try to use my privilege and to educate people. But so especially, so if you're a white straight man, gay people too, LGBTQ plus, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just like everyone has these like hate towards them for some stupid reason that shouldn't happen. It just is built off of hate. Just hate being passed down generation to generation.
Yeah.
We need to learn to love everyone and support everyone. Our world could be better if we just learn to love the world. If we look at climate change, if we actually look into that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we could all be, why not form all this love together? Why is there so much hate? For real.
And another thing I would like to touch on especially is how people feel like we're stupid because the reason why I'm saying that is because one, for you, for example, you post your beautiful pictures, you post your body, you're very confident and whatever. What do you think about males or just females in general or just overall? What's with the judging? Yeah. They're thinking you're dumb. That's why I'm glad I'm doing these things. Yes. Because people need to understand that we're allowing you to see what we want you to see. Right. And people get so invested and think they know you, but they don't. Right. And this is crazy because it's literally just happening now in my life. Like, I'm literally experiencing this. Like, all this hate towards me because of what I do out of no reason. Like, no reason. Like, guys, you could sell anything. Yeah. Some guy could pay $15 for a hand pick. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't have to be whatever. And why judge me if you send that shit for free? To be honest, I don't know if I can curse, but I'm just like, I don't get the hate. And, you know, females love to hate on other females. I don't know why. I don't know why. We are grown. We are grown. Yeah. It's not high school. Yeah. We don't need to have little girl squads, whatever. We're all grown, and if we just all support each other, why not? Why would you rather have it hate? For the drama, I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't focus on drama and like do stuff creatively to take up your time. You just listen to some Frank Ocean, paint, you're gonna be valid. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you think the world would be a better place if everyone did something creative? I do, because that would take a lot of things out for people. Like, some people don't even know, like, not how to express themselves, but, like, people who aren't, like, confident enough could take anger out. You could just paint and scribble on a piece of paper. It could take your anger out instead of punching a wall. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, and it's very therapeutic to literally just sketch. Why do you always do it on your notepad in school? You know what I'm saying? You always doodle on the side of the paper. Why? Because it's just, you're getting your mind off of it, right? It's taking time up. You're focused on that. So your energy just kind of like focuses on it, and it just kind of like brings you like back, to be honest. Like, it could really like whatever. So yeah, I do think so. I have one last question. Okay. How was your upbringing like? Were you a very active kid? Were you shy? You know? Yeah. When I was very young, I used to get bullied in elementary school because I would draw anime. Really? And now it's cool. Right? But I would get bullied for that. I was that one that wore black and hot pink every day. My hair, hot pink strands, whatever. I was very shy, quiet, you know, just kind of chill, draw, whatever. Then when I got to middle school, I started just getting funnier, and I started getting some humor to me, so then I just started like meeting funny friends, whatever. Got a little bit more confident that way through my jokes. And then I went through a preppy phase. I got like popular in 8th grade. It wasn't that cool. I'm only friends with like, well, my best friend Lana, shout out to Young Taco. And Tats. But yeah, that's a good thing I did become friends with her through that. But so then in high school, I just started being myself. I started dressing weird as fuck. Everyone was judging me. But then I won best dressed senior year, so. What about being tall? Because I'm a fellow tall girl. Yeah.
So everyone called me a tree. Like, okay.
Oh, me too.
I haven't heard that ever before in my life. One thing I will say, because I am also very skinny and tall, so people like to think it's funny to throw the word anorexic out there.
No.
And I don't, like, that's a different thing too, you know, fat shaming, skinny shaming, all fucking terrible. Like, don't judge, you don't know what anyone's going through behind the scenes.
Yeah.
You know, it's very offensive, especially because, you know, I'm not, and I'm not, but it still makes me kind of just feel away, because I'm like, just because I'm tall, I got the longest legs in the world. Like, I have zero torso, but it's just like, yeah, I've always called this tall, skinny tree, whatever, but look at these arms, like, it could, but nah, because I use that for my advantage too, because, you know, I started playing volleyball. I love playing volleyball, and now I love being tall, to be honest. Like, I can't picture myself short. I like, you know, standing out just a little bit. It's just kind of, I like the air up here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just learned to embrace it. I used to be very insecure about how skinny and tall I was, but now I'm just using it because it's my body, so I may as well learn to love it.
Yeah, me being tall too, I used to be very shy in school, and because I had big feet, and I had bigger feet than the boys, and I used to be like, damn, like, it was an insecurity to me, but I didn't need to have it, and I was skinnier than now, and then went through a lot, put on some weight, lost some weight, it fluctuated. And then I realized that you're never going to find the perfect look.
Which is society.
The look, It was just mind-blowing that instead of actually looking at what they're saying, just look within, you know?
Exactly. Just learn to love what you have, because it's your body.
Yeah.
You don't have to please anyone else but yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And if you learn to love yourself, it makes life that much easier.
Yeah.
And the days get that much better.
So tell us where we can, you did tell us where we find your music, right? Yeah,
so my music is on SoundCloud, Yungpepee. And then my Instagram for my clothing is Manga Tsunami. It literally, the profile pic's that. It's literally that. And then, you know, my OnlyFans.
Focus. Stop focusing. Oh, man.
Do you want me to go with that?
Oh, there we go. Manga Tsunami. There we go.
And then my OnlyFans is Yungpepee, the same. And... Yeah. And then I also sell it on Depop, too, which is just Manga Tsunami.
Okay, cool.
But, yeah.
No, thank you for letting me interview you. This is gonna go crazy because they're gonna look back at this video when you blow up, and they're gonna be like, and I'm grateful that I was your first.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So this is Yungpepee, guys, aka Courtney.
Yeah.
And yeah, thank you.
Thank you.